Hi everyone, welcome to my plan with me for December 2024. So I didn't say Kylie here, but of course it's me. Who else would it be? So this month we're doing festive season because why not? I sort of wanted to do like a summery theme like I have in other years because of course it's summer, but I just got stuck into it and got very involved in doing Christmassy things. So it's just very festive focused. That's just what it is. As you can see, I've already drawn up all the boxes like I did last month. And I think I'm going to keep that as a habit because you honestly don't need to watch me draw up boxes, and it just takes valuable time that you just don't need in the video. So yeah, anyway. So December, my theme, like I said, very festive-y, Christmassy. So my title page on the left-hand side, I've got a heap of Christmas baubles that are hanging from a piece of string, so different shapes and sizes. And then on the right-hand side, I've got a bit of a wreath. It's a very simple wreath. I thought of doing a more complex one like I have in previous years, but I just decided to go for a simplified one with December written in it. So we've made it. It's the last month of the year. Who'd have thought it? Yeah, look, I mean, I honestly don't know what to say about this year. Look, it was a hard year. It was always going to be a hard year because this was always the year that Lily's health was going to go downhill badly enough that we had to say goodbye to her. So that was always going to taint whatever this year was going to be. But my God, I mean, the rest of the world didn't have to pile on. Yeah, it's just best not to. I'm not going to bring myself down by thinking about some of these things because I already spend enough hours of my day feeling quite an amount of despair about the world, really. So let's not go there and let's be a little bit more happy. Yeah, but we're at the end of the year and I still have a significant amount of work to deliver, really, given that we're in, at the end of the first week of December. But yeah, I've got a couple of weeks of work left before I get to have a rest. And I am planning on having a really good rest this year. I'm taking January off, not enforced by anything else except me. So I've made choices and I'm going to give myself a good break, which I'm not very good at doing. I'm not very good at allowing myself to rest, which has definitely shown in my health this year. So yeah, look, this is the world. I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about, where I'm not very kind to myself in basically going, you've worked really hard and you can just stop for a little bit. It's okay. But yeah, this is where we are. So I'm painting the baubles on the left-hand side in a very sort of bright and pale blue, silver, metallic-y white type theme, colour theme. So it's quite crisp. And on the right-hand side, that'll be green and red. I hope that you're also able to take a little bit of time and have some rest over the New Year period. I know that this works very differently for lots of different people. But yeah, it's very important to do, and I don't think we do enough of it in our modern world. So take a break if you can. At least give yourself downtime where you're not feeling compelled to achieve or do things. That's what I'll be aiming for. Now, because I've been so busy with work, and honestly, it's just been insane. I don't think I've had 6 months being as busy as I have been in the last 6 months, and I'm sure I have, and my brain's just forgotten it because that's what it does. But I am feeling very burnt out by everything. But that also means I haven't started planning for 2025, which I'm quite a planner, so it's actually very unusual for that to be the case. So I will probably be producing my 2025, like the layout bullet journal and my 3 words and all those things. I'm probably not going to do that till like the second week of January, I think, because I've really got to give myself some time to think about what I want to achieve next year. I have some thoughts, but not enough thoughts. Let's put it that way. So yeah, there's all likelihood that I'm not going to get a video out for January or for the beginning of 2025 until the second week of January. So we'll see how that goes. My word for this month from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows is Zielschmerz, the dread of finally pursuing a lifelong dream which requires you to put your true abilities out there, to be tested on the open savannah, no longer protected inside the terrarium of hopes and delusions that you started up in kindergarten and kept sealed as long as you could. I really enjoyed this word and the description of this word. I felt it was sort of quite meaningful, and yeah, it sort of feels that way, that you seal up your hopes and dreams and then at some point in time you have to try to pursue them, which means you have to let them out. All right, week 1, the images that I have on the left-hand side, I've got a sleigh with a bag of gifts in it, presents. And then on the right-hand side, I've got a coffee cup with a love heart on it that's got like some cream and cinnamon and a cane, like a peppermint candy cane in it. And it's got a little single self-serve Christmas pudding. Like I said, we're going very festive, very Christmassy this year. I do know that I want to do a lot more training programs this year, so that is one of the things I've got to sit down and work out, and I'm going to do some online training courses as well as doing my in-person training courses here. I got to do travel up to the northwest of the state, which is, look, I live on a fairly small island in comparison to the mainland especially. So, we're talking a 4.5-hour drive. So it's not like it's a ridiculous length, but it's basically from one end of the island to the other end of the island. And got to go up and do some training up there. And yeah, I'd already planned on making it more of a training year, but doing that again just reinvigorated things. So yeah, I'll do a lot more training programs next year. The second week, I've got some Christmas cookies on the left-hand side. I've got a bell and like a Christmassy bird. And then, well, I should say biscuits because I call them biscuits. But anyway, brain goes into that mode. And then on the right-hand side, I've got some mistletoe tied up and another Christmas bauble that has a reindeer on it. So yeah, training programs. I'm going to do some more online stuff because we finally relented and went over to the dark side. The NBN finally became so unreliable for us that we ended up going Starlink. And I'm not overly happy with the concept of doing that because I'm just not a fan. But, and I'd like to think that we have a decent enough infrastructure in our country to be able to actually have a decent broadband. But no, that's not the case. So we went Starlink, and yeah, it's going to be a lot more reliable, and speeds are a lot quicker. So I should be able to do some more online training and not stress out that I won't have connectivity on the day that I'm training like I had a couple of days this year. Week 3, we've got a stack of Christmas presents on one side that will be colourfully coloured in. And on the right-hand side, we've got a Christmas tree that's got an angel with a harp on top and some baubles and stars decorating it. So, yeah, some more training programs, which will be good. I already have I already have 2 confirmed and possibly a third explainer video. Which leads me to, I'm going to put some in the comments, just some links to some of the explainer videos that have recently been released that I've done in the last couple of months that have come out and are public. I've got 2 that I've done that are private consultation things, and so I can't share them, which is really disappointing for me because they're probably the 2 favourite ones that I've done in a very long time. So it's always the way that the things that I really want to share are things that are only internal for organisations and I can't really share. So that's life. That's what happens, unfortunately. But I will put links to a couple of the other recent ones that I've done in case you're interested in seeing sort of the stuff that I do for my work. Yeah, it's just quite different to what I draw in my bullet journals and how I draw in my bullet journals as well, because it's digital. Digital's always a little bit neater and tidier, which, you know, lends into my perfectionism, which probably isn't a great thing, but there you go. All right, the last week of the month, the drawings are all snow globes. And I don't think I've drawn snow globes before, but, you know, I probably have. Who knows? It doesn't seem familiar to me. So the first snow globe is like a house in the woods with snow around it, and that's going to have a dark background so I can actually put dots of snow all over it. The second one has Santa Claus, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty the Snowman in it. And so that one will be a bit lighter, of course. And yeah, on the right-hand side, we've got a snow globe that is Hobart. So in the background, we've got Kunani, which is our large mountain that sort of looms over the city. And it's got like a little tower on it. And then underneath that is the cityscape and then some water and a boat. It is not true to actual sort of a view that you would have, but it's effectively what it is. And of course the sun, because we will be sweating away under summer on Christmas, of course. And so, yeah, that's what we've got down the bottom. And then I've put goodbye 2024. And I nearly wrote good riddance, but I mean, honestly, I don't believe that there's any magical change that will happen when we tick over to 2025. That's not the way that I think the world works. So, you know, I don't think that it's magically going to improve. It's just a stream of stuff. So, hey, what are you going to do? But I am sort of glad to see the end of 2024, and I am hoping that 2025 will be a bit brighter and lighter. I doubt that will happen. But anyway, this is my bullet journal for December 2024. I hope that you have a really nice December and a good end of the year, and you're able to find a bit of time to rest and relax. Thank you for being here and watching, either if this was the first one or any of my other videos. I appreciate it. And I really hope that you have a lovely festive season and start to the new year. Bye.